Hello, everyone. This is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 56 of Direwolf20's server play. Logged in today and saw Vswe, who's not usually on about the same time as me, so I figured I'd poke him and see what he's up to. How you doing, man?
Hello, I'm fine.
Cool. Yep, and Slowpoke's in here, but I think he actually just left channel. But we've also got Sarge and Soren who are hanging out as well on TeamSpeak. So I gotta find your book, Vswe. You know what? I think it's over here, isn't it? Yeah.
It's somewhere in the center.
I've been over to your age once or twice, but not terribly recently. And I remember you just had all kinds of cool stuff set up, and I've been kind of waiting for you to be online for me to, come hang out and see what you've been building.
I'm shorting my boots.
Cool. So you basically have carts going all over your world, don't you?
Yeah, I have one MFE cart for supplying powers to my different machines. Then I have a chest cart, a vanilla one, gathering all the stuff from my machines. And then I have one tank cart, getting biofuel from my biofuel machine thingy to my biofuel generators, producing EU for my base.
Awesome. I'm enjoying everything I'm seeing so far. This is some cool stuff, man. Oh, look at that recycler stacked up with those buffer things. Those are cool, aren't they?
Yeah, and you see the cobblestone coming from above. That's from an item unloader. So there's a special one here for cobblestone, which goes to the recycler. And then there's another one here, actually giving me the rest from all my machines. So the cobblestone is obviously coming from the quarry.
Oh, I gotcha. So you're basically using this item unloader here as almost like a filter, saying dump off all your cobble here and then dump everything else over here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not entirely sure how the unloader's filter works, but when I put a stack of cobblestone in the filter pot, it kind of works. But it didn't work properly when I just had one cobblestone, so I don't know.
Cool. Oh yeah, look at that, biogenerators, creating all your industrial craft power along with some solar arrays, nice.
Yeah, I think the medium one is the one that actually gives me the power.
Yeah, probably for the most part.
Yeah,
so I want to follow your little tank cart down here.
My wheat production is too slow to actually do too much.
Yeah, I found I had a good amount of trouble actually getting industrial craft power out of biofuel.
Yes, but I'm actually manually giving it some saplings too from my tree farm, so it kind of works, but yeah, I don't know.
Pretty
And
cool.
as you can see, my farm is pretty high up, and that's because a creeper actually blew up the old, I don't know what's it called, the planter thingy. I can't remember the names. Maybe that's the one actually called farm, I think. So the only solution was to actually move it up, because otherwise it would remove all the machinery, which is kind of bad, I think. But well, that's how it works.
That's funny. That's cool, man. It looks good.
Well, it's complicated and compact at least. I don't know if it's good.
Oh yes, and your iron machine. I like your iron machine.
Yeah, it's a double exploit, so it's super cheaty mode.
Yeah, VSWE is exploiting different mod mechanics, which is funny.
Yeah, but it's also mod mechanics. That's the first part, but then it's a bug too, so which makes it go even faster. So that's why it's off.
Yeah, the blast furnace can create whatchamacallit, steel, and there's a recipe for steel that when you use it in this pattern, you get 2 minecarts instead of 1. So using steel to craft a minecart gives you twice as many minecarts, and then you can use red power alloy furnaces to convert a minecart back down to 5 iron ingots. Do you get out of them?
Yeah, exactly. You get all the iron back.
So basically, you double your iron by doing that.
Yeah, exactly. But since there's a bug in the blast furnace, the last piece of steel in it will never run out. It will just being cloned. So that it's a super exploit because it's a bug and some mod conflicts, or what to say.
I got you. Still cool though. I like it.
Yeah, free iron.
Oh man, look at that. That is cool stuff.
Yeah, I used it for rubber before, so that's why this machine is here. I just left it if I wanted to change back.
That's what I do, is I swap back and forth between rubber and regular saplings.
I know sort of how to use most of the forestry machines, but I can't remember the names.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I do the same thing. I'm watching all your carts zip along here. I bet you miss your carts.
Yeah, I haven't really... To be honest, I'm not using my own card too much because I'm just coding them, so...
Yeah. How's that coming along, by the way, if you feel like telling it on camera?
Sure, it goes quite good, but I think I have converted like 15 or 16 out of 25 cards, so it goes pretty well, but since I haven't done it before, it takes some extra time. And I have quite a lot of other things to do, not related to Minecraft at all, like to normal life, so to say. So, well, it takes some time, but I'm getting there. I'm actually learning how to sort it out. I'm not entirely sure how I will do the assembly cart though, if you remember its complexity.
Yeah, that one I imagine definitely being a little tricky.
I haven't even thought about how to implement it properly.
Well, I mean, you could always release without it and, come back to it and add it back in later or something.
Yeah, but I don't think it's too tricky. It depends on how much should get on the client and how much should be on the server. The best thing would be to like have everything on the server, so you can be two different players editing the same program, so you can help each other and talk about it on like TeamSpeak or anything.
Yeah.
But that means I have to sync all the data all the time. Another solution would be that most things are on the player side, on the client side, and then you like send the program when you save it or something. So I haven't really decided. I haven't really thought about the best solution either.
So the basic difference there would be whether or not other players can see what you're programming as you do it.
Yeah, gaming-wise. Then data client server sending-wise, like packages, so on, is a different. Well,
right. So like if I'm in the middle of building an assembly cart program and Sarge wants to come over and look at what I'm doing, he won't see anything on the screen until I click save, and then it'll grab whatever I've currently done and update.
Yeah, if that would be the solution I would go with.
If you went the client side way versus the server side where we always update.
Because as I've done on the cards so far, it's the other way around, the server thing. But that's just like a little bit of information. For instance, when you decide the diffuse time of the TNT cards, you can actually see someone dragging that slider back and forth. Like it's just a slider over there with one value, but if it's a card with different programs, with multiple tasks, with multiple settings, I don't know if it's possible or, well, it's a problem I have to think about.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those, like, which way to go, because it's probably trickier one way, but cool, though. I'm looking forward to it, man. I think it'll be a lot of fun to use some Steve's cards on a server. I've been kind of looking forward to that for a while.
Yeah, we'll probably in the version also include some other mod support, so to say, because well, it works with all other Forge mods, but there's not like the interaction you have with Railcraft and the energy and tanks and so on. So I'm thinking of doing similar things, not exactly the same, but like you can use all tin cans and so on for filling the water supplies for those cards that needs it, and maybe using some other powers to power the hybrid cards and so on. Things like that. Like
that's cool.
Actually implement or interact better with mods, not just working with them. But I don't know if I'm going to try to do that for the first release or do it later.
That sounds cool. How has it been? Have you? I've noticed like there's this channel now in IRC where people are really like a lot of mod authors and developers are getting together and helping each other out. So I'm hoping that's been a pretty good resources for you, I guess.
Yeah, I've been asking quite a few questions there, and getting some replies and so on.
Yeah, I'll just tell the YouTube audience, like, I feel like Minecraft modding has never been better right now. Like, just there's so much collaboration between the mod authors recently in the last couple months or so.
Yeah, I don't know myself because I just got there, or I don't know. But when I began modding, I just tried to do it myself, and well, didn't knew too much. So it's great. It's very good.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's pretty awesome just seeing everybody working together. Like, it's a pretty new channel, the one that I'm talking about here, which I'm not gonna give out in the stream. But like, there is a channel where like a lot of mod developers get together and kind of just bounce ideas off each other. And I've been seeing them like pasting error codes and being like, "Any ideas, guys?" And somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you need to change this here," and it's working now. Cool. Like, it's awesome for me to see. Like, I think it's really cool.
By the way, did you heard about me crashing this server completely?
Yeah, what did you do? Something?
Come here. Over here. See me jumping?
Yep.
So I have the tank unloader and the biofuel generators. If you put them together, like no pipes in between, it crashes and you can't restart the server unless you remove anything of them. Because I have a chunk loader, so it will crash when the server starts.
Right.
So you get like the error log, or well, I think showed me the error log. It was like Railcraft unloaded called these biofuel generators to actually get the fuel, but then it didn't work. It just crashed.
Nice. I'm guessing either Covert or Sengear probably had to take a look at something and get that straightened out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's something about the connection placed.
And that's why we're playing on this server, guys, is so they can track down bugs like that would have, you know, the impression is like your average person running a server, that might have like ended your server. Like you wouldn't know how to fix that, you wouldn't know what was wrong, and your server would just be like, we can't get the world back. We'd have to roll back to an earlier backup or something, but you know, these guys are able to troubleshoot those logs, figure out exactly where the issue is, and then fix the bug so it doesn't make it, you know, ideally into like, you know, when you guys get the copy of the jars and start putting them on your servers, you won't have those bugs. So that is cool.
Yeah, Play posted the error log in the IRC channel and asked what's going on, and I was there at the moment and looked at it and I was, oh, that has to be me. Because I was working with this and I thought, oh, come on, the server crashed. And I didn't really connect it to what I was doing. But then when I saw the error log the next day, I was like, oh, it's probably crazy. My fault.
Cool, man. So yeah, I like your world, dude. I like the fact that you chose to go with rail carts for like moving everything around. Like that's cool. I just love watching the little carts.
I'm thinking about what else to move around, but I can't really think of anything.
You'll think of stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah, probably. They are much more fun than teleport pipes or teleportation or portals or whatnot.
Yeah, I agree. I've been trying to use them more than the teleport stuff.
They're a bit insecure though. Sometimes they get stuck on each other. I don't know. It could be by my rails are crossing. That's not the most secure way, I think.
Yeah.
Come on. It's not the end of the world.
Yep. You got to get into the signaling then.
Yeah, I have no clue how that works.
I don't think anybody has a clue how that works, except maybe Covert Jaguar, but maybe not.
Yes, maybe. Yeah,
I did a spotlight on it like a while back where I think I did like an entire mod spotlight on everything in Railcraft except signaling, and then I did episode 2, which was pretty much all signaling, and I think I pretty well explained how it works, and I don't think it's changed too much since then.
All right.
But that was on like a really old version of Railcraft. I think it was back on like, you know, version 2 or 3.
The only thing I know is that, well, you can get different signals depending on if the cart is coming towards you, away from you, or not at all, or something like that. And then you can you set your switch motors to directly act towards that signal. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just
there's like
using the redstone.
there's a signal block and it emits a redstone signal based on certain criteria that you give it. It's honestly, it's been a while since I looked at it, so I kind of forget. But it's like I always intend to get to signaling at some point in one of my Let's Play series, and then I just never find a good way to do it. So, you know. Anyway, I should probably get running, so I will let you get back to playing around and doing stuff, and I'm going to go work on some stuff in one of my ages. So guys, I'll be back in just a little bit. Alright guys, I am back. I've spent a little time programming in my age here. By the way, on the server at the moment, Soren, Tog, and Dan200. What's up guys?
Yo.
So I spent a bunch of time off camera programming, and I want to show you guys what I did. Alright, so I haven't really messed with my, the V's. I haven't really messed with the request program all that much, but I wrote this wireless program. And basically what it does is, it sits here and waits until it receives a message of quit, for whatever reason, but it's going to keep over and over and over again receiving messages. And it stores it in that message command, that message variable there, right? Now, right now I'm telling it to ignore if it gets the message of ping, because that's how GPS works. And Dan told me that's why I was getting ping on this, and it was messing me up. I should probably write this a little better, but the quick and easy way in my head was just, if message is not ping, then do the stuff you're supposed to do. What I'm doing is I'm taking that message and I'm breaking it up basically at the space into two variables, item and number. So I can send it, for example, over a wireless message of cobblestone and the number of cobblestone I want, separated by a space, and it'll then print out the item and how many to get, and then it'll run the request program with the item and how many to get. And then it sends a message back to the computer that requested it, sender ID here, and it sends a message of request complete. Cool? Very cool. Alright, so basically what this means is I can send a wireless message from anywhere to request items and place them in this chest, which is right now empty. Awesome. Then, dun 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 dun, I got this little turtle over here. Let's check him out. And the way he works is as follows. First off, I've got this mobile request program, and basically all it does is reset the screen and sits there and keeps asking over and over again to enter an item and number. And yeah, someone's messing with me with portals. And what it does is it reads what I tell it, and I usually I'll type something like cobble 3, or for example, I'll type redstone 5, and then it does this.
Dan's definitely the portal doer. I was looking at
I bet he is. Then it does rednet.send, and it sends it to the computer ID 112, which is the one over there that controls the request system, and it sends it whatever I typed. And then it sits there and waits to receive a message saying it's complete. Oh, yay. Then I wrote a very simple program next that does, it goes to where that little thing is, right over here. It's going to go and place the turtle in this block. Well, it's actually going to place it here. And then it turns him to the right and faces and moves forward and then accesses the chest. Then it's going to pick up 15 stacks of items right here. Then it just manually moves back a little bit, and that's it. And then finally, I have the fetch command. And what it does is it gets its current position, prints it out to the screen real quick, and then it runs that mobile request program that will say, hey, what do you want? And it'll wirelessly request those items and have them stored in the chest. Then it runs the go pickup item, which collects the items. Then it runs the go to program and comes back to the position that I requested it from. So basically, it works like this. Minus all the B's. I know, I'm terrible. Cobble 5. And I know it's done when it says to enter the item and number again. Dun 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 dum. You know what? I think I forgot to do something. Hang on. I need to make sure the wireless program is running over here. All right, wireless mode enabled. Now that the wireless program is running, this will actually work. Cobble 5. Moves the arm, gets 5 pieces of cobble, moves the arm back to the left, and then it tells me, all right, I'm ready for some more items. Okay, give me 3 redstone, please, while you're at it. Gonna move the arm to the right, get 3 redstone, move the arm to the left, and I'll also ask for about 10 coal. And it's pulsing 10 times right now, and then I type done when I'm finished. Boom. And the turtle is going to say, okay, got to make my way over to that little position. Dum-diddy-dum, and where was he standing? Somewhere right around there? I think that's where he was, hovering right above that torch. And then the turtle comes right over here, all via the GPS system. What happened, Dan?
The bad man killed me.
It fetches the items. It's going to request them out of the chest.
What'd you do, Todd?
There's the 5 cobble, the 3 redstone, and the 10 coal. Pulled it out of this chest here, which is now empty again. And the turtle's heading back to its position where he was standing originally. So what I could use this for is I'm out in the field. I need to get some items that I forgot to bring with me. And I can just issue that fetch command and tell it to go get some things. How cool is that? And then the turtle's just sitting here like, yeah, I got your items for you, Direwolf. Thanks, little turtle. You're good. But for now, I don't need them. So I'm going to tell him to drop them off. And that will send him to the chest drop-off point. Awesome. And of course they get sorted through the ender chest, and then the turtle heads back and checks his fuel level. And that is the turtle request system. He basically can wirelessly request items through here. And, you know, if I wanted to, I could have multiple turtles requesting multiple things and building stuff, and, oh, I don't know, it could get pretty crazy, really. Yeah, I could have, like, a turtle, you know, request something like, I don't know, 4 stacks of marble. Oh, yeah, it's time to sleep, guys. And then, you know, once it requests 4 stacks of marble, it goes and builds a 9x9. Yeah, I know, I bypassed the door lock. I'll come check out your door lock. Log off real quick, Dan.
I placed wood so he wouldn't.
Yeah, I know, because you know I don't have an axe on me.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, there you go. Alright, let's see your door lock.
See, it's not amazing now you've drawn attention to it.
Indeed. I took a peek at the code while you were writing it earlier. Huh. That's awesome. So it just writes to that file every time you properly enter the password.
It does.
Nice.
The password. Hey, I think that you've actually outdone me now. Like the turtle stuff in your world is now cooler than the turtle stuff in my world.
Really? I mean, I just love the GPS system, and I'm like playing with it as much as I can. I'm like GPS everywhere.
Yeah,
How did you
Dan.
like my GPS go-to program, by the way, Dan? Like, I know it's probably not super clean, but it kind of functions all right.
Oh, it's really practical. It does what it wants. It does what you need it to, and it's like really short. Like I've been meaning to do a built-in one for a while, but it's kind of cool that you did that.
Yeah,
Cool.
You should go check the password.
Sigh.
This is
Yeah.
why you need quantum items.
See, I think it's cool because I can do stuff like this request system for the turtles and just be like, yo, do the thing, turtle.
And because of the way you wrote that, that works.
Oh, yeah, I get it now.
Nice. Danishes.
Yeah, that took me like 10 seconds of staring at it to pass it that way. Like, Dan is Cheese? What?
Dan is cheese. Dan is H.
You crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm thinking there may not be logistics pipes when I start Season 5. So if I want a logistics pipes type system, I'm going to have to do something kind of like this. And, you know, I'm laying the groundwork a little bit by writing some of the code now. I can go ahead and put this stuff up on Pastebin. Maybe I'll do that now, just for people who want to check this out.
Sad face for the possibility of logistics pipes.
Ouch.
Yeah. Sad face.
Yay, sharing.
So there you go, guys. If you go to the Pastebin addresses right there, you can see my wireless program and my request program. How cool is that? Uploaded straight from Computercraft on the PahiCraft server. And I should probably make the startup script run wireless mode. Rebooted computer, wireless mode enabled. Dan is A. Cool.
Actually, isn't that water?
What's that?
I'm trying to figure out the bottled water. Starts with a D. Hold on.
Making me break stuff.
There we go. That looks better.
Nice. Hey, did you guys see Vswe's world, by the way? I was down hanging out there earlier in the day.
No?
He's got awesome stuff, dude. He's got Railcraft carts everywhere.
This would be completely pointless, but you can make this open and close on turtle entry.
What, the this thing
Little
here?
hole. Yeah. Make it so it's like either a piston. Turtle comes up, sends a redstone signal downward.
Yeah, I could.
It's like, I have the code done, though.
Well, or or he could just smash a hole in the wall and take the brick and put it back afterwards.
He could do that too.
You could. You can also play some TNT and hope for the best.
I don't think there would be much best right there.
Aww.
Alright, YouTubers, I will be back in just a few minutes. Alright, guys, we're back. It looks like we're getting pretty close to the wrapping up point of this episode, but I do want to check on something real quick. I've seen this little thing. No idea where it came from. Not sure exactly who placed it. Do you guys know what this computer is about in here? I can see through the windows there's a computer.
Go ahead, open it. I was making something. I didn't want anything to go wrong.
What, in here?
Yeah.
With a computer? What's going to go wrong with a computer?
I don't know. I like how everyone's like, I made this of interest here.
Nice.
That was unintentional. I was just trying to hide it. Oh wow! I was. That.
What happened?
I was trying to finish your program. I didn't succeed. I meant to do it last night, but forgot.
Awesome. I love it.
Soren
just likes rickrolling me in every way possible.
I need. I got another plan too.
You need to. Now your challenge is ASCII art rickroll on a giant monitor.
Wait, that exists.
Yeah.
What?
So if you watch the Secret Star Wars program all
Yeah,
the way to the end,
Not all the way to the end. We've run it several
you
times.
should do that, and then you'll.
Oh,
I have trapped a 10 and bot.
is there a rickroll in there at the end?
Possibly.
I have trapped them sufficiently.
Nice.
But no, I have 2 plans now for rolling.
Oh yes, more plans by Soren. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, this is a pretty good point to wrap up episode 56 of Direwolf20's server play. Hope you enjoyed checking it out. I'm pretty happy with the way that little turtle fetch program turned out. I think it's pretty cool that he can go, request items wirelessly through this computer system over here. Go pick up the items from this little chest right here, and then come back and deliver them to wherever I was at originally when I requested them. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that worked out well. Looks like it's getting time to sleep, guys. So we're gonna wrap up the video and take it easy.